The 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. A first carry now from Marshawn Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run this with Homer. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. This pass into the arms of Snead. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check the backer, check the backer. Look, he's checking crack. Yo, go get him.
Now it's Jackson. Roberts has it. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Waiting. Check, 48, come on. Let him know.
On 1st down. It's Lynch, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Wilson now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Josh Gordon there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
Check 6 guys. Undercrush.
Jackson on 1st down. And incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw is Jackson. And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
Jackson now. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. 27 yards as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Double count right here. Double count. Check. Switch. Check. Crunch. Got it. Still going. 4 down. Hey, 0. It's going to be a long time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now Brown. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
57's the mark. Rock 57. You're not ready. You're not ready. 57.
To throw on third down. Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right now, 54, right there, right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mike's 54. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, watch that. Let's go.
Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run here with Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Ingram again. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Friday. Check nickel. Kill. Alert. Run left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Spot that. Kill.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 7 yards there and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
Wilson will throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. This is Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go. Check back.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll run again with Lynch. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Josh Gordon with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Roberts got it. They'll get 34 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, 81 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, alert. 57 for Mike.
They'll run with Lynch. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
One left. 57. You don't know no better. Minus 57. Good job right there. We own them. We own.
From the 44, Wilson is complete to Lockett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lynch. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hey, 0-0-0. Bang out, bam.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. No. 12. Double up. Under 10. 10. Alert. Go.
The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Gun. 25. 57 Mike 57. Man, I got you.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 38 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper. Throwaway and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I got you, son. Right. 54, right there.
Jackson to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That's what I do.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's a